This is the House of Hockey podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network. Hockey is more than a game, it's a lifestyle. It's you, the diehard supportive fans, your favorite players who are on the team you cheer for, and the organization who supports them.
The companies that make your gear, bags, and beer league sweaters. The hockey moms and hockey dads, and everything else that makes this House of Hockey your home. Come on in. I'm Breezy.
And I'm Rae.
And this is our house.
I wore flamingo pink today, or as close to what I think flamingo pink is, in honor of the All-Star Weekend in South Florida.
There you go.
Yeah.
Welcome
to the episode.
Episode 137.
Yep.
And who are you?
I'm Rae. Who are you?
And I'm Breezy. The Seattle Kraken hockey influencer in some people's eyes.
Yes. You're just Breezy Boudreau, hockey influencer.
Hockey influencer. I love it.
Yeah.
Too funny. That made my day, actually. I laughed out loud. Like, I wrote LOL and I really was LOLing in real life.
Isn't that great when that happens?
Yeah. Because it was like so out of the blue, like just being called a hockey influencer.
You are. I mean, that's what we do here on this podcast. We're hockey influencers because we're not players. And
that's true. We influenced a trip to Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, kind of wish I was going, not gonna lie.
I mean, there's no reason you can't.
That's true. That is true. Although I'm gonna be in Nashville in April, so
that's true.
Next year I can go.
I do think that the NHL missed out on an opportunity of having us hockey influencers of the House of Hockey podcast at the NHL All-Star game, because I have to say the influencers who were there, all men. I didn't see a single one of the girls out there making content. Yeah. I don't know, is there not enough female influencers making the content? Do we just need to tell them that we'll come and we'll make content? We'll like hire a video person and we'll make content and cover this. Like, what do we need to do? Because that was like something I observed, that there was no women influencers there. I mean, maybe there were. I mean, tag me.
I just didn't.
Who was there? I'll follow them, you know?
Yeah, I didn't see anybody. From what I saw, like, I didn't even see, I saw like behind the scenes, like, obviously stuff from like Barber and Nasher and stuff, but I didn't see anything like on screen. But what I did see was our boy Greg Wolf crushing it.
And Gabby.
And Gabby was crushing it, and they got a picture together, which is really cool. I almost commented, but then I lost it in my feed, and then I got distracted because that's how my brain works sometimes.
That's okay. I was so stoked to see them. They were the in-arena hosts. There was I think it was the Boston girl. I don't remember who the other host was.
I think
DC?
So. I don't know. I thought it was Boston, maybe.
I don't know. We'll have to reach out to her and have her on the podcast. But the three of them did the in-arena hosting for the whole weekend, I think.
The whole weekend, yeah. Which was really cool to see. Patty Maroon down on the bench was really cool to see too.
I loved that.
It was good. It was real good.
Okay, so those are some of the positives. I have a lot of negatives.
I'm not surprised. Just being honest.
Listen, I don't think I'm the only one. I think
you're not the only one.
The skills competition, when you watched it on broadcast television, right? So my producer brain turns on and I can't turn it off. It started weird. There was no like excitement. It was very like blasé, like, yep, we're here. I'm with Chelly and Mess. Yep, this is Florida. And I was like, what? Where is the excitement? Like the content was lacking in excitement overall. I understand there's a lot of challenges because some of the skills competition things were happening off-site and at different times of the day. And they were trying to bring it all together for the people inside the arena and for the broadcast. They had like 20 broadcasters trying to comment. Nobody knew what was going on as far as like broadcasters go. They were like throwing to Maroon, and they were asking him a question that was unrelated to what he was prepped for. And he's not a professional broadcaster. Like, what are you doing? And then PK, he's like too over the top for me. I don't find him funny.
He is over the top. He is over the top.
I really think Bucci should have been doing PK's job. Bucci Cross should have been down on the ice because he knows those guys. He's quick on his feet. He can get those guys to be a little more, I don't know, fun and light and do the right thing with them.
They looked so miserable. All of them.
They looked so upset that they were there. The only person who looked happy was Pastrnak.
Yeah.
And true. Ovechkin.
Because his kid, yeah. I think he was enjoying the weekend with his kid. But yeah.
But like all the players looked mad, pissed off and dreadful. None of them looked like they were having fun.
They just look like they look like they were annoyed.
Yeah.
Like even Kevin Fiala, when he won, or he came in the top, like the top 2 for fastest skater, and he was just sitting there like, I got to do this again. Like, I don't want to do this.
Right. Again, all of the skills events were so overcomplicated. Some of the players didn't even know what was going on. They were cutting between the events. No, show me one event in its entirety, cut out all the dead air. Because it's all rebroadcasts. None of it was live in real time. So like, and I know they have a time crunch because they're trying to turn the content for 7:00 or whatever. So I get that, but like your ESPN, you have everybody at your disposal. You have millions of dollars in television rights to spend on something like this. And I just was like, I can't watch this. So I just watched the highlighted condensed versions. I watched like bulks of the broadcast, and it was so awful that I couldn't watch it anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we're never going to get hired by the league because of the things I say, but like, I'm a fan, and like, that's the truth. And it's not good. It wasn't good. It wasn't good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't.
I still thought parts of it were entertaining though.
There were moments of greatness. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
But like as a whole, for 3 hours to sit there and watch that was painful.
Imagine being in the arena. Like,
oh my God. Even with Greg and Gabby and the other person whose name we don't know, even with them trying to amp you up in the crowd, it was probably just tough.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That's my opinion. I mean, I don't think we're the only ones with those opinions, and
definitely not. No,
it's just such a missed opportunity. I think I wonder if TNT gets it. Does it switch, or does ESPN keep the All-Star game, like the broadcast?
I don't know.
I would venture to guess that they get to keep it, and
I feel like that's a very TV person thing to know.
Right. I should know it, but like,
no, but I'm not calling you out on it. I'm just like, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you. Like, I'm being told where it's going to be, and I'll just turn it off.
Right. Exactly. I don't know. That's my thought. Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go into the moments of shine during the skills, and then we'll talk about the game.
Okay. What do we want to talk about? The winners, right?
Well, sure. And then I'll share who I think is the real winner of this whole weekend.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
So fastest skater.
Yeah.
We got Stretch going on from the Hurricanes, which I thought that was very surprising. I'm surprised by a lot of these winners, not going to lie, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because
everyone thought Larkin was going to win.
Yeah. And hardest shot, Elias Pettersson. Elias Pettersson. Wild.
Yeah.
Really cool. That's probably my favorite event. I think they're called events, right?
Yeah.
That's my favorite event of the entire thing, is the hardest shot, because it is insane how fast these things go.
And to think that Ovechkin was in the bottom 5 of that.
Yeah.
Also,
Wild.
Seth Jones was at the very bottom because he's a pigeon, and I stand by it. He also looked absolutely miserable there.
He did. And he threw his stick into the hands and made, who did he have in the All-Star game? He caused a penalty shot. Rules are rules. And he looked mad. And it's like, just joke around, buddy.
Pigeon.
Oh
Officially,
man.
just it's going to be a long 5 more years with him. Okay, what else
Oh
we got?
boy. Accuracy shooting. Brock Nelson. Again.
Underdog
What?
came out of
Underdog.
nowhere.
Love it.
He
Splash
showed
shot.
up freaking McDavid.
He did.
He showed up McDavid because McDavid was lollygagging in his confidence and was taking his time handling the puck. And Brock Nelson just smoked him.
Smoked him. Can we also talk about Leon and Connor's matching mullets?
Yes.
I love it. Connor actually looks good with a mullet, not gonna lie.
He does.
He
But
does.
it's not that much of a mullet. It's like a mini
No,
mullet.
it's a mini mullet.
It's like grown out. I don't know. I was like, what mullet? Because it just looked like a little bit of hair in the back. I didn't look like a mullet.
It
Like
just looks like a hockey
shaved.
haircut, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Like he should have the side shaved and like it should look like a real mullet. Like if you're gonna do
Yeah.
it, don't pussy out like that. Like, do the real thing.
Jeez.
I'm full of
You're on
opinions today,
fire today.
guys. Yes.
Oh, dang. All right. Splash shot. Kale McCarr and Mikko Rantanen. Um, not surprising, but cool. I thought
No.
that was that event, like the concept of it was pretty cool.
I liked that event. I liked the surfboards and the dunk tank. The whole thing was well, that part, I mean, that was entertaining and fun to watch.
Yeah, I like that one. Tendy Tandem. The boy Juice. Juice and Hallebuck. So that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one.
And then pitch and
Pitch and
puck,
Puck.
Nick Suzuki.
Mm-hmm. I didn't watch that one. I didn't catch that.
I watched clips of that. They were basically using hockey pucks on the golf course and hockey
Okay.
sticks and like
Okay.
doing kind of like closest to the pin kind of stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
it was interesting, but again, nobody looked like they were having any fun.
Oh,
It's like
I mean, you're on a golf course. How do you not have fun? I'm going golfing after this. Like you have fun on the golf course.
uh, I just think I think it was too much. I think they try to pack in too much stuff now, and the boys
Yeah.
are constantly mic'd. They're constantly on camera, and I
Yeah.
don't think they feel comfortable being themselves. Is my theory because they have so many of them mic'd up,
Right.
and they don't know when their mics are being taken live,
Yeah.
and it's just yeah, it's not working. It's not working
Yeah.
for me.
Well, in other news,
In
what do
other
you
news,
it's not
well,
working for Ray.
we also have like that overall thing, like the duo
Yeah, yeah.
shot, like that, whatever they call that, the creative thing where they
Mhm.
all dress up in costumes and stuff,
Yeah.
and the
The
celebrities in the
breakaway
arena rank
challenge.
breakaway challenge. Thank
Breakaway
you.
challenge. Yeah. Marner's was a little interesting. Like I was like, what is happening? Like, why is this like so drawn out? What is going on?
It was a song fest. The only the person who won the MVP in my book of this weekend is Sergei Ovechkin, a 4-year-old child. He's the only one having any fun. Alex Ovechkin's son was the star of the show. He scored a goal with Sid and Ovi. Like they won, I think they won that breakaway challenge. It was
You have to,
phenomenal.
yeah.
And then the runner up would be Sid and Ovi, who were like doing like tic-tac-toe passes and scoring during the during the game, which I know we're gonna talk about in a minute, but like That was the only highlight. Like all the players cared about was like taking video of Ovi Jr.
Yeah,
Sergey. He's not really Ovi, like he's not really Ovi Jr., but like his name is Sergey. But like anyway, he was like having the best time. He's this incredible skater. He's 4 years old. Like it was bananas.
it is.
It was exceptional for me. The Tkachucks wore shorts for their breakaway challenge.
I love the Tkachucks.
Yeah, I know.
I love both of them. And this weekend just proved it. Like they have so much fun together. You can tell that they genuinely want to hang out. They love each other. Like they do have a brotherly love, but Brady just chilling on the ice in his Crocs, in the shorts
In
with the bucket hat, in the thing with the bio steel, just like he just
Yep.
he was smiling, he was having a good time. Um I love him so much. Unpopular opinion, I love the Tkachucks.
I don't think that's unpopular. I think most people love them. Or
I'm
no,
gonna
people
say
hate them.
probably not. Probably
Okay.
hate it.
Well,
But I
I
love
love.
them.
Yeah.
I love them almost as much as the Seattle Kraken. Actually, I probably love them more than the Seattle Kraken. That's saying a lot.
Well, you better because you're not adding a fifth team to your list now, are
No,
you, with the Kraken?
no, I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe at this point, screw the list. I like who I like. Okay,
Okay. You could do whatever you
take
want,
that.
Breezy.
Take that.
This week's episode of the House of Hockey podcast is brought to you by. Are you ready for the biggest Sunday in sports? DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 57, has all the Super Bowl action you need. New customers can bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, all customers can get in on the Super Bowl 57 excitement with DraftKings Happy Hour Super Boosts. Check the DraftKings Sportsbook app every day between 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to see what prop bet will be boosted. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THPN. That's THPN for the Hockey Podcast Network. New customers can bet $5 on Super Bowl 57 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code THPN. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. This time of year, everyone's talking about making big changes, which is, all well and good, but most of the time, pretty unrealistic. That's why, I don't even participate in New Year's resolutions because they end up just fading away. And I've actually found that the smallest changes to your routine can actually make the biggest impact in the same way that you don't have to break the bank to make a big deal purchase. Even the smallest things can be a part of a big change if it's something you use every day, like my Raycons. Raycon is premium audio at the perfect price point so you can build great habits without breaking the bank. Like I use mine when I do my meditation, which is something I've started doing again in the new year. And it's great. It cancels out all the noise. And whether you're looking for a pair of everyday earbuds, low latency gaming headphones, or a speaker with a battery that will last all night at your next party, Raycon's got you covered. And yep, Raycons start at half the price of other premium audio brands. So you don't even have to choose between products. You can get one of each, or a pair and a spare, because we lose things, and still pay less than you would with some of the other guys. Even if you'll love your Raycons as much as I do, Raycon wants to make sure you feel great about your purchase. They offer buy now, pay later options, and every purchase has an easy and free return guarantee. One of the things I love about my Raycons are the noise isolation feature. That's super important in a house with lots of animals and action happening. And then also the crystal clear call quality when I am on conference calls and when I record the podcast is awesome. I can hear Breezy perfectly. And they're water and sweat resistant, which is super important when it starts to get warm or if you're doing a workout. Gotta love that. Ready to buy something small with a big impact? Go to buyraycon.com/THPN today to get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/THPN to score 15% off. Buyraycon.com/THPN. When they were announcing some of the players during the skills competition, like on the ice, they were like calling them out and they were filming it like they do for that one college game where the guys all wear the long hair, like they grow their hair out all year long. They have like
Oh
flow.
yeah, yeah.
I can't think of who that is, but the way that they were like panning to the players and like getting that like super dramatic close-up shot while they're like on the ice and their names are being announced. I thought it was cool, but I felt like it was a super missed opportunity for the players to like have a little fun. One of the guys, I think it was from somebody from the Islanders, just bust out laughing, like could not keep a straight face, like was trying to just, and he
That's
couldn't.
funny. That is funny.
And then I wanted to do this. Let's try to do this for the rest of the podcast because I forgot to tell you when we started. Mitch Marner, his social media team was like, in all your post-game interviews, try to get in the word gator as many times as possible. And he was like, oh yeah, totally. He got it in like 6 or 7 times using the word gator.
How?
He was like, yeah, the guy's out there, he's just a total gator and really just, playing the line. And, like I said, those guys are, they're just gators. And nobody questioned him. Nobody was like, what does a gator mean? Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Mitch? And nobody questioned. It was pretty funny.
That is funny. I like that.
That's another positive I had.
So maybe next week we should just come up with a word and we'll just say it as many times as we can and see who catches on.
Yeah, see if you guys figure out what the word is at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
The other thing, okay, wait, I have a couple more notes here. Bo Horvat. Poor
Looks
Bo.
so good.
Well, he does look
in
really
the
good.
Islanders jersey. Let's be real.
For sure. Put him on hunk of the week. Maybe give him a hunk of the week nom because
he is my hunk of the week nom.
Oh, okay. Do tell.
Yes.
Well, we'll save that for the end of the episode.
It just is what it is, but he is. Note to self. Or note to you guys. I don't know.
Yeah. The former Canuck. So he got traded right before the All-Star Weekend. So they let him
to the All-Stars as a Canuck. He was supposed to.
Right.
He was supposed to, yeah.
Right. So because of that, he had to play in the game in the Pacific Division, but he did the skills competition as an Islander. But because of the game and the players and the having enough players on each side, he had to play on the Pacific side, which is super weird. And then he even said that he was like, "This is going to be a little weird." And then they had him mic'd, I think. And who's his line mate that was there from the Jets? Was it the Canucks?
Pedersen.
Who was his Pedersen? He was like, one more for old time's sake. Like they passed each other and like scored a goal.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, oh, that's so sad. But talk about weird. Like, I wonder how many times that's happened. I don't think very many, I would imagine. That's got to be a unique situation.
He was interviewed and I think they came out and said, like, are you still going to the All-Star game? And he goes, as far as I know. And he goes, and whoever's interviewing him, they were like, has this ever been done before? He's like, I don't think so. I don't know if they know what to do, but like, I haven't been told otherwise. Like, as far as I know, I'm going. I just don't know who I'm going for.
Oh my God.
But I think if you were nominated as a Canuck to go, you would be going as a Canuck.
Yeah.
And then I guess the way that they did it though was probably the best way to do it. Unless they did he hasn't played jersey for him.
He hasn't played a game as an Islander though, right?
No.
Right. So they should have just let him stay in his Canucks for the whole time, but whatever.
He probably didn't want to be honest.
Well, I would have.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, I haven't played a game for you yet. Yeah, I'm traded, but like I was nominated as a Canuck. I would have been like, no, I'm wearing my Canuck stuff. But I'm sure he doesn't have that kind of leverage. The
Sure, I'm
league.
sure he doesn't.
But okay, the other thing I noticed was watching. Okay, so Josh Morrissey, he plays for the Jets. He's
Hmm.
not been somebody on my radar. Just he's not.
Hmm.
And I kept looking at him and like all the pictures and then like, on social and all this stuff. And I'm like, God, he looks like somebody I know. And so does Kevin Fiala. Why do they look familiar to me? And then I realized that they both look like the every guy from high school. Josh Morrissey is like the shorter, nice guy who's really good looking, like classic American looks, super nice, really friendly, but like you really want to date Kevin Fiala because he's like hot and he's got like the chiseled jawline and he looks older. He's like the hot older upperclassman. And Josh Morrissey is like the guy in your class who's like really cute, but like you
So
really
like
are
he
like
was like wanting
swooning.
to be like your partner and like
Math
yeah,
class. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And he's like really nice. He always says hi to you in the hallway. And like Fiala doesn't even know who you are, but you're like, oh my God, I saw Kevin Fiala today and he smiled at me like that. That's what it reminded me of.
That's funny. That's a good one. That's real good.
I mean, I could have gone through all of the players, but that was like a lot. Those are two that just really stuck out to me.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
Now you're never
Yeah.
going to unsee it. You're going to see Josh Morrissey and you're going to be like, yep, total suburban kid, just like super nice. Looks like a
You
guy you
know,
went
I
to high
took a
school with, probably.
screenshot for sure because I took a screenshot because he was nominated for me
Yep.
to post him in this nice little pink suit. And you're right. It says he just looks so nice.
Yeah. Just like the nice
Yeah.
guy from high school who's cute and nice,
Yeah.
but you want Kevin Fiala. So you ignore Josh Morrissey.
Yeah. Poor Josh. But it's a J
I know.
name. J names always tend to get you.
There you go. Okay. Are those
I
all my thoughts on skills? Yeah,
I
this was a
think
little all
so.
over the place, but that's exactly how it felt watching. So you're welcome.
Yeah. And then next year, All Stars, the All-Star Weekend will be in Toronto. Bieber will be there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited. I have a feeling that he's going to partake in a lot of, I think, the skills. He's probably going to perform.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Um,
whoa, 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 whoa. He does not get to participate in the skills competition.
I think he's probably going to do something. He's definitely going
He
to do
can
something with Matthews.
he can be in the
Matthews will make it
breakaway
again.
challenge or whatever BS.
Yeah,
That's fine.
but that's what I'm saying. He probably will do that, unless they do something relating to like shoot off like the CN Tower or something. Like I mean, you can't do that technically, but you know what I mean. Like he might do something extreme.
No,
I'm
I
saying
say no.
that's what I'm saying.
Listen,
Uh,
league. No. Put him in the middle of the ice during one of the intermissions during the game and let him sing his music, okay?
do you want us to go to the All-Star game to help? You
Listen,
gotta let the Bieber do something.
he could be, I already said what he could do. He can be in the breakaway challenge.
He can, yeah, he will.
That's it. Him and
That's
Haley
it.
can be like in their weird clothes and like sitting at home pretending like they're watching their buddy play Matthews and like I don't know. What do they even do? No. I'm not
Oh,
having it.
you're
Listen,
such a hater
if we get
sometimes.
invited and we get a chance to interview Bieber, that's all you. I want nothing to do with it.
Thanks for the support, Jace.
You're gonna have to figure. I'll film it. Okay, you figure it
Okay,
out.
that's fine. I'm actually pretty good at talking to like celebrities. I don't get yeah, I'm pretty good at that, so I'll be okay.
Okay,
But don't have me talk to Roman Yossi.
that's fine. I'll
Can't do
talk to
that.
Roman.
Yeah,
Romans, I got that. That's
yeah,
no sweat.
yeah. No sweat. No sweat.
But I mean, like, look, I'm okay with his involvement in the league and promoting it to another generation. I think Bieber is an important person in the big picture of the NHL for sure. He's got a huge fan base. He's got a younger fan base. It's the next generation of fans. Like, I support his involvement in some capacity. However, he does not get carte blanche just because he is Justin Bieber. And like, we don't need like a Drake situation happening with like the NBA and like we don't need all of that. I don't want all the whole weekend to be about Justin Bieber.
No,
That's all I'm saying.
but he's gonna be there, and he's probably gonna do a
That's
lot.
fine. That's not fine, but we'll move on.
Moving on. What are we doing?
The game, like the
Sure. I
actual
didn't.
game that I
Yeah.
didn't watch because it is so just not
Does
exciting for me
anybody ever really watch the game? Like,
from start to finish. No, I mean,
yeah.
maybe
I mean, I
if you have
had it on
nothing
as like
else going
background
on.
noise. Yeah, I had it on as background noise. It's kind of fun to watch, but like they're not doing anything spectacular. Um, I
It's too many
believe,
games.
yeah,
They do like the round robin thing. No,
yeah.
just one game. Are we just playing just one game? 3 periods. What's happening?
Well, because you have like four divisions technically
Just
playing against
do
each other.
conferences. It's like they're making this so long and drawn out. And no wonder the players are like, oh, great. We have to play another game. Wonderful. Just what I want to do. Especially if they're hungover from the night before, which I didn't see too much of that, but not like in Vegas when like the coaches were just still
Yeah,
toasted on the bench. I mean, maybe they went to the strip clubs, but I don't know. Maybe not. Don't get
I
as
don't
tipsy
know.
there, I guess.
Maybe, but you would think that they would. I mean, Miami's right there, right?
It's like a 45-minute drive to an
Okay.
hour,
Well,
depending on traffic. Not like they can't afford, a limo or whatever they
yeah,
take these days, but like
yeah.
it's probably not that appealing. They were all up early. They all had stuff they had to do. I mean, which doesn't stop them from having any fun, but
No, no. Game was all right. I was like, again, background noise. I didn't, nothing was spectacular. It was cool that anybody who got a hat trick, who
yeah,
donated $1,000,
Enterprise, I think.
enterprise,
Yeah.
and yeah. I don't even know if anybody got it. I wasn't paying that close of attention. I am terrible. I should have paid more attention.
They don't make it exciting enough to want to pay attention,
And they
in my
didn't come out with
opinion.
like like headlines. Like I was getting blown up all day long, ESPN, like what's going on. But like those would have been the cool things to see. Like, oh, we got a hat trick, $1,000 just went to so and so,
Right.
you know?
Right. They're not, it's like we're this like the ugly stepchild to ESPN. Let's be real. Like the people who are writing those just have like no clue. They're like just doing what they do for everything else. They're following their model. They're not allowed to go outside of it. So this
Yeah.
is what we get. We've got to like hope that the league turns out clips, on social or like on their YouTube channel that's got the exciting stuff that we care about. You know who does that better is actually the Canadians.
Yeah.
Sportsnet?
Sportsnet, Sports Center.
Yeah, one of those. They
Yeah.
all do that much better. Like they're very attuned
Hmm.
to it. So if you want to check out the real stuff, go over there. They
Yeah.
pull the good headlines that you would want to know as a hockey fan. But
Yeah.
and then your boy Matthew Tkachuk won MVP.
So good. He's so great.
Yeah.
He's so great. I love it.
Oh, and the Atlantic won, but who really cares? Does anybody care? Is anybody like at a bar saying like if their team is in the Atlantic, like, yeah, but you know what? We won the All-Star game. No,
No.
nobody's using that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That's true.
Would you?
No.
Right. See, it's like missing something. Like where it's like missing the like bragging rights. It's missing like some kind of rivalry. It's
Right.
just I don't know. It's missing something. Like I wish we had more of like the players who are really rivals like in the game, like nominated. I mean,
Yeah.
Sid and Ovi used to be, and now seeing them together, like doing stuff together, I think is super cool
Mhm.
because we've seen the trajectory of their relationship over the last
Right.
17 plus years. I think this
Yeah.
is both of their eighth time as an all-star. Ovi should have had nine, I think, but because he couldn't go last year, I
Mhm.
don't know how they technically count the math, but it was both of their eighth appearance.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
This is
think
kind
that
of
they should bring more of like trick shots into it. Like if you're gonna play the game, like do like the Zegras like have more of like the fancy shooting. Like don't be I mean, they were serious, but they weren't serious at the same time, like they were like just here, we're just playing, Um, but if they were to do more trick shots, like on the penalty shot, I think he went like between his legs to like shoot it up.
right.
He- I watched it because I was like, oh, what is he gonna do? You know?
Yeah. It's the like just a missed opportunity to let the guys have some personality.
Yeah.
Like let the
Whack.
Tkachucks do some wacky breakaway, passing back and forth behind the back between the like, let's just like
Yeah.
have a little fun if you're going to go that way because like they clearly aren't taking it very seriously.
Yeah. Although I liked Matthews' breakaway challenge with Brady on the ice and Luongo
Oh no, I
out
meant
and
the
him
game.
like
I meant
catching
just the
puck. But
game.
yeah, yeah. Like let them do something.
Yeah. Or
Oh
like
well.
put some bigger stakes on it. Throw some more money on the table. I don't know. Like give
Yeah.
them a reason to want to win and
Well, I mean,
play
there was a
hard.
headline saying that the NHL was bringing in more revenue this year. It was like, what was it, like $6 million more?
But our
Six.
viewership is down 20%.
Well, I'll tell you why.
I think if you listen to this podcast and you listen to me, you know why.
Yes.
But it's what it is.
Yeah. What do
Also,
you do?
there's no way I'm buying one of those jerseys because if I have to get it with Seth Jones on it, that's not happening. Not happening. I mean, don't you have a player on one of your five teams that you don't like
Um, no,
or are like mad about a contract they were given?
no, it is what it is.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, contracts, as long does he have a no movement clause? Like the contracts can be moved. It just
I don't I
sucks.
think so.
I think he has
He's
a no
locked in
movement
for
clause.
7 years.
Yeah, I think he has a no
And
movement
an
clause.
insanely high price. That's not worth
Maybe you just need to pick a different team for a little bit.
it. No,
It's
that is
okay.
not an option. That is not an option.
I mean, you can still like the Hawks, but like if you find like another team like the Islanders are fun.
I can't do it.
Okay, well that's fine.
I can't do it. Okay, so I'm the only one who has a player on their team that they don't like. Don't agree with the
No,
contract they were given and the choices that were there. There's got to be some other
no.
people out there like me.
There's other people, and I know there's. I mean,
People
I
like you
was
too.
mad about. Yeah, I was mad about the quick contract. I think not at the time, but like 2 years ago, and it's like, oh my gosh, we still have this guy, and like he's not performing at his best.
Yes.
Kings fans are gonna probably hate me for saying that, but it is what it is. It's clear as day right now that he's not doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but this is the last year of his contract, and it's like, is he going to retire, or are the Kings going to bring him back for another year? And then that's if they bring him back for another year because they don't want to let him go to another team, that's not helping the team currently.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you can get another goalie in that would be a good backup to Copley, or a number one and have Copley as your backup, and quick retires or plays for another team. I mean, I don't know. Same thing with Cal Peterson. They gave him a hefty one. He was trash. Now he's in the AHL, and it's like,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, everyone gets, yeah. I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
But you
I
really do
guess
hate Seth Jones.
not like really, but
Yeah.
I'm just very disappointed in all of the
Yeah.
things that super long contract, the insane amount of money, the fact that the GM who brought him on got fired like how many months after they brought Seth
Yeah.
Jones in. The whole plan got dismantled. He's not performing up to his peak. Was he worth that much money in the first place? No, in my book. So it's not like I dislike the person. I'm just like
Yeah.
very just don't like the fact that he's on our team in the capacity that he is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll
I
leave it
think
at that.
this episode needs to be titled Rays, Rants, and Raves.
Okay. Maybe just All-Star Weekend rants and raves. So I don't think
Mostly
people
Ray.
care that much about what I have to say. But you have
No.
raves,
Yeah, I do.
Breezy's raves, and Ray's rants.
Yes.
Have you shopped at Pure Hockey? They are America's largest hockey retailer with dozens of stores and the option to shop online. If you or any of your kids play hockey, Pure Hockey is the place to find just about all of your equipment, skates, sticks, gear, bags, jerseys, and accessories. Plus, Pure Hockey is one of our affiliate partners. Next time you break your hockey stick or your kid grows out of his skates, why not check out purehockey.com? While you are looking for hockey equipment, you can also browse around for merchandise from your favorite NHL team, you know who Breezy's and mine are, and make gift giving even easier for your hockey loving friends and family. And do us a favor, use our special link for purehockey.com when you browse the site and make a purchase, because we'll receive a small commission, which helps me and Breezy create this podcast. Head to the episode's show notes for the special direct link to shop at purehockey.com. Let's
That
go
works.
to Hunk of the Week nominations. What do we have
Hunk.
from the social medias?
From the social medias. All right. So I asked for the whys this time. Okay.
Oh, good.
I have Irish Giraffe saying, Ovi, seeing him with his little one is too cute. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Andrea.wipf7 said Josh Morrissey in that pink suit, because damn, with a hot face.
Ditto.
I am Marsh underscore C. Adam Larson. He looks grumpy and I like it.
Barkov looked grumpy too, but go ahead.
He did, yeah. Justine underscore CUCE. I don't know how we're going to pronounce that. Matt Barzal. Why? Shaking my head. Okay. Then you have Morgan Nash 97. Tom Wilson. Have you seen him? There's no explanation needed.
We
And
agree. We
probably one of my
agree.
favorites here is Lorena.Ann. Morgan Frost, in quotes, because he's hot, but also because I want to see my friend freak out over it.
Hey, anything for a friend. I support that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's
Who
pretty
is
good.
yours? You said Bo Horvat is your.
I'm gonna do two this week. My two nominations are gonna be Bo Horvat and Matthew Tkachuk because I just gotta do it.
I'm
If that's
going.
allowed in your book.
Yes, that's allowed.
Okay.
That's fine. It's fine. Matthew gets a pass this week because All-Star. It's fine. It's
I
fine.
mean, even Brady, just I want, can I do a duo? Can I do a Matthew Brady duo?
And Bo?
And Bo.
Okay. That's fine.
But that's not like three. Like I'm talking like Matthew Brady here,
Right. Okay.
the
Yep. Yep.
brothers, and then
Okay.
Bo. Only two
Okay.
nominations, but brothers.
That's fine. Because I'm gonna
Okay.
do Sid and Ovi as a
Okay.
single.
Perfect.
Because that was just magical to see. Do you
That was good.
realize in like 17 years, how old am I gonna be? Oh my God, I'm gonna be a lot older than I am now. And
17 years older than you are now.
17 years older than I am now. And we're gonna be watching Sergey
Yeah.
Ovechkin at the All-Star game and going,
Yeah.
I remember when he was 4
He
years
was.
old on the ice with Sanovi and he scored this goal. How do you not know that that happened? And it's like
That's funny.
we watched our older selves, like
Yeah.
as like we watched what is going to be our future
Yep.
commentary
That's
in 17 years.
that's funny.
But
Yeah.
that's how it felt like watching them because like they're Sid and Ovi are, what did I read? 37 and 35.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're at the end of that. Oh, I don't want to think about it.
Yeah. Couple years left, probably.
Yeah. As
Dang.
long as they both want to play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just made me feel old.
Old, but not 17 years older than you are now. So that's a good thing.
I don't want to think about that. I
All
don't
right,
want to think about
who's
that.
your next nomination?
That's it. That's all I got.
Oh, okay. So we're just gonna do the
I
three.
mean, I second Josh Morrissey, shout out to the
Josh,
underdog
yeah,
high school good looking boys out there,
yeah, yeah. Josh
like
Morrissey's a
when
good
I
one.
was in high school, not like current
Right.
high school,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay. Well, there we have it.
Thanks for coming over to our House of Hockey podcast and hanging out with us. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. And in the meantime, you can follow us on social media. Just look for House of Hockey podcast. We'll be back next week.